Hello, I'm Robert Consoli. I'm a lecturer in digital design at the University of Hull in England. And this is part 4 of the 6-part video tutorial series, Maya 8.5 Basics. So let's just get right back into it, okay? Now if you're just opening Maya again from scratch, make sure your shelf tabs are set up in the top and make sure your menu set is set on polygons, alright? And off we go. You ready? Okay, let's go to Create, Polygon Primitives, Sphere. Alright, so draw a sphere in your view area on your perspective grid. Press keyboard command 5 to shade it with the default shading tool. Alright, and then click Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade, because this tutorial is all about the Hypershade menu. Now this is a very difficult and very complex area of Maya. But once you master it, you'll be able to add surfaces and textures to your objects, as well as many other things. So let's get back into it. Now you see that when you open the Hypershade window from the top menu bar, you get a floating Hypershade window. Well, that's one way to get to it, but we want to get to it in a different way. I want you to find the Hypershade button at the bottom of the tools on this side of your screen over here. You'll have to hold your cursor over top of the different tools until the tooltip pops up to show you which one it is at first. But find it and open the Hypershade / perspective window, which will then attach itself or dock itself into your viewing screen. Okay. Now in the left-hand section of the Hypershade menu, now you have to follow me closely here because you can really lose your way, alright? Make sure the Create tab is selected under the Create Maya Nodes section of the menu, alright? Underneath that, make sure that the Surface menu is open as well. Now these usually all open by default. But if they haven't opened, open them. Now, I want you to click on that little spherical icon that says Blin. Alright? Now, a new Blin icon should appear under the Materials tab in the upper right-hand section of the Hypershade menu. And a new Blin icon should also appear in the Work Area section of the Hypershade menu below it. In the attributes panel on this side of the screen, rename the Blin icon Test 1. Alright? Under Common Material Attributes in the attribute panel, that's up here, alright, click on Color. And a color wheel will appear over here on your screen. Now I want you to select a color, any color, alright, from the color wheel and click on Accept. Alright? Now select your polygonal sphere in the Perspective View panel. Alright? Now hold down your right-hand mouse button on the Test 1 icon in the Work area of the Hypershade menu. Alright? Slide, as you're holding the mouse button down, slide the cursor over to the words Assign Material to Selection and release the button. Change the drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner from Polygons now to Rendering. That's the menu of other menus up in this upper left-hand corner. It says Polygons now. Change it to Render. And on the very top of the screen now, you'll see that you have a new word at the top that says Render, and I want you to move to Render Current Frame. Alright? And if you click on that, you'll get to see how your work actually looks when rendered. A single frame of it, but enough for you to see. Okay? Now, if you followed me look, if I'm going too fast, go back and listen to bits and pieces of this again, because it's really tough, alright? Now, under the Create Maya Nodes section of the left-hand side of the Hypershade menu over here, select 2D textures this time and click on the word checker. Select your polygonal sphere in the View panel, right-click on the checkerboard icon in the Work area of the Hypershade menu, hold down the right-hand mouse button and slide it over to the words Assign Texture Material to Selection and Release. Now the thing you'll notice is that in your View panel, your object hasn't changed. It hasn't appeared with the 2D texture. That's because Maya doesn't render complex surfaces like 2D textures in the View panel. You have to go and then render the current frame, which of course is at the very top of the screen. Render current frame, and you'll see your work as it will appear in its rendered format.